Unathi, there was an argument between
Yena no Sizwe.
Sizwe. She went on and reported the matter to HR, and nothing was done.
Who reported the matter?
Unathi.
Or Sizwe?
Unathi.
Okay, yes.
Nothing was done. Hence, Unathi, years later, abuya ati, I am ready to fight Kaya FM. Because Kaloku, remember, she was fired from Kaya FM, which resulted to her being fired from also Idols and every other show she was involved in because of Sizwe. Sizwe, just because Unathi was fired on Kaya FM, and just because we know the culture of SA, whatever, if usemthethwe, like people are talking about you, but not in a good way, they back release her everywhere. So Sizwe thinks that he was right because Unathi was fired.
He was right.
How?
Well, angithi sources came ukuthi Unathi said Sizwe verbally abused her.
Yes.
You know, to a point ukuthi she was afraid of herself.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was solved. Kaya found out ukuthi Unathi was lying, and she tried to frame Sizwe for the abuse. That's what they found ukuthi. Oh, Unathi actually was lying and was trying to frame Sizwe Dhlomo.
Who said
and then
that?
she was fired.
Who said
And
that?
what
The sources or Kaya
Yeah,
FM?
Kaya FM said that Uguti, this person is dismiss her because we found Uguti she was trying to frame Sizwe.
Okay. Why would Unathi being Unathi without having millions come back and say I'm ready to take Kaya FM, a well-known radio station that has a number of legal
But the radio station made investigation and they found Uguti she was lying.
My question is why
don't get
would
it, 'cause
Unathi?
Why would
just
she lie?
Why would
Unathi
she?
reported the case to Ikaya way before Sizwe came.
Way before she
Because
was
she went
dismissed.
directly to the HR from the word go Unathi and
Well,
reported.
you're a reporter, and then
And
they
nothing
did
was
nothing.
done.
And then years yaqhubeka. Ikaya FM came through. Ithetha lento when they knew, okanye when they heard Unathi going out and talking about the matter.
Then that's when they
Why
started
didn't
to
they do their
intervene.
research when Unathi went to the HR to report the matter?
We don't know how true that is.
Hence,
But
I'm
I think there's
asking,
no-
why would
there's
she
no
be
way she would lie
confident?
and say I went to
Yes.
HR and report.
Why would she be
in such a
confident
way
about
which is
that?
willing to sue the
Pelanai,
station?
during the altercation, she was,
That's
I
too
think,
much.
a lot of emotional, like, things happened there. She was emotional. Obviously, when you are emotional, sometimes
But
you
the
take
decision
things.
of taking Kaya
Yes.
to a court, she was sober-minded, not emotional.
For
And it's something
you
that
know,
happened
you know what you
later.
did.
Later.
Why would you take people to court knowing very well what you did?
Exactly. Hence, I'm asking, are
Hence,
you
no,
sure?
ukuthi
Uba
she
nyanyani,
did it or
it's-
she did not.
if
she
she
did.
lied, because why would she go?
If you are saying she
ayohlala
lied, there's no
phansi?
way she could take Ikaya FM to court.
Bega,
Knowing
this
for a
person,
fact that she
this,
lied.
Telling
this
the
person
truth.
is trying to get someone exed, and then it is found Uguti. It is found Uguti, yeah, now the same person who was trying to Uguti Bati Sizwe to get exed. Kaya do their investigations, only to find out she's lying.
My question is, Moeketsi, ne?
Sizwe came out and yeah, sure, she got what she deserved because she was lying about
My
what she was
question
saying.
is, Moeketsi, Unathi went to HR to report the
The
matter.
matter.
Kaya FM did not do a report. They
did not take action.
They did not investigate the matter. They kept quiet up until Unathi started talking. It's when Kaya FM said we did the investigation and this person lied. Now,
And then why they didn't respond before Unathi came
Yes.
out?
Remember, if these things happen, we need to get two sides of the story. So if when you come with maybe allegation yokuthi umuntu wenze something, so we need to find out a story from the other person.
Yes,
Sees
true.
ukuthi-
That could have happened, Moeketsi, because
That could
Unathi, she
have.
went
Obviously,
to HR, so they could
obviously,
have
that's-
called Sizwe
Exactly.
as well.
That's when Unathi went to the HR. They were like, okay, we are going to look into it. And then as it continues, Nakho ke we found ukuthi Kaya investigated.
It could have happened if Ikaya FM took indawo. It took action ngexesha right. Why should they wait up until Babon Unathi is talking? And after that, Nanditi, it's impossible for Unathi to lie against East Station Esikhulu, knowing for a fact that they've got they would win illegal battle.
I mean, at the end of the day, guys, this is Kaya. It's Kaya FM, whatever, Kaya 959. Look what happened with Dineo.
Okay.
Dineo said Kaya is the one to be blamed for her depression.
Thank you for raising that.
So now you
so
agree
mina
to disagree if you are hearing your points.
Mina I'm with Sizwe because Unathi tried to frame Sizwe Dhlomo, and then investigation were made, and then they found Unathi is guilty. Was trying to frame this person so that Sizwe can be fired from Ikaya.
Okay.
So Sizwe uyashukuthi Unathi got what she deserved.
Okay.
So justice was served among the two. One was lying and one was right.
Okay. You hear
okay, now are you trying to say Unathi she was found guilty, Kaya?
She was found guilty.
So hence now she's taking Ikaya to court.
Exactly.
I thank you for raising indaba kaDineo because it shows that Ikaya FM neglected stories ka Unathi.
As much as
The same way they neglected stories ka Dineo. So hence benithe eqaleni indoba just because Unathi was dismissed from work, just because Unathi was dismissed from other hustles bezenza, doesn't mean that Sizwe is on the right. Just because Ikaya FM neglected.
We can't be 100%
No,
sure
she tried to frame Sizwe.
No,
guys.
we are not sure.
No,
We
Kaya
are not
said
sure.
it.
We can't.
Kaya FM made investigation and they found Uguti Unathi tried to frame Sizwe Dhlomo.
But they were not fair because Unathi is the one who reported, not Sizwe.
We can't rely on what Ikaya FM said. The same Kaya FM that neglected Udineo.
But whose story are you going to take, Maganje?
Tell me, which story should we take?
Let's just wait for court.
Which story
Alright,
should we
guys,
wait for?
if I can come in quickly.
Because
They did our investigations.
They said they did
She's brave
investigation.
enough to go to
They
court
did
knowing exactly what she's
investigations.
Moeketsi, Unathi, after the incidents, she went to HR, KFM, and nothing was done. It's only later, nxa eqala uthetha about the matter ebantwini and social media. It's only then Ikaya FM is acting up, saying that this person is lying.
Exactly, because they're trying to protect their brand.
That's why
They're trying
I'm
to protect
saying,
the brand.
why should we believe Ikaya FM? Why should we say Sizwe is innocent just because Lona was fired?
You know, we are complicating things. Sizwe is saying Unathi got what she deserved. I mean, I'm like, you are right, my brother, because
What?
she tried to
Okay.
Why would Sizwe come up with such allegations?
Why? Would
Okay,
he
then while you
defend
guys Nisa it seems like time it's not on our side because this is not going to end when it comes to Moeketsi. It's absolutely not going to end. Before we can go to the ad break, I would like again to remind you of the topics that we had a discussion about today. Earlier on, if you've just joined us, we discussed Ujeki Pamotse that she's been found guilty, as well as Thabo Best's story. It's to set the hit bookshelves in October, as well as Ukolane Kumalo. He's been released on 20,000 rand bail. Babe Sotumo speaks on how she lost how life has been after losing Umampincha, her husband, and Unathi. And Sizwe Dhlomo, apparently she says Unathi, she got what she deserves, of which Moeketsi, he agrees. And again, MT reacts to people labeling him as a drunkard.
Okay, sorry, Miss Pearl. Sorry, just 2 seconds to 30 minutes and all. Because me and Moeketsi were arguing about the matter and yourself. So it's technical. Apparently, they've got some information on the light. So can we give them 2 minutes?
Okay, on side of the technicals, we've got our brother Tumsani. So what's his take on this one?
Hi guys. I just want to straighten out a few things.
Can you please up your voice, sir?
Okay, I just want to straighten out a few things. So the fact is that Unathi has been complaining to HR that Sizwe uphuma late showing or udla isikhathi sakhe because ufika late kumele amlinde before handing over. Because rules are you cannot leave the station where you are working when the other teacher has not arrived. Ne? And then she went to HR complain crying abuse. Kanti ngalelo langa uSizwe umrecordile. Yabo umrecorda Unathi uthuka uSizwe. But when the HR is so recording, they realize that there's no abuse. You the one who's actually abusing Sizwe verbally. Yabo? So that's how Unathi got fired, because she lied about abuse and to who you are abused Sizwe nginhlamba. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the fact that Sizwe recorded it on that day doesn't mean that ngezinye insuku he did not abuse Unathi. Just because he's got the recording, yangola suku.
There's a recording. There is a recording.
There was a recording.
I mean, it tops everything. It tops everything. Ungakhuluma ukuthi way before. No, Sizwe did what he had to do. Okay, I'm seeing ukuthi this thing is getting out of hand. Let me be on the safe side. Take out my recording.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah, and more importantly, the
FM also failed Unathi.
I think Dumsani is speaking on the other side.
Yeah, and more importantly, the abuse from Unathi, from Sizwe to Unathi is alleged. She has nothing to prove ngaloko. It's just a hearsay. But Sizwe has proof that Unathi abused him.
Exactly, hence I'm saying just because ngola suku uSizwe urecordile doesn't mean into Unathi zanga abuswe.
Yeah, there's no proof of that. Ilizwi laka Unathi saying uSizwe kudala ngihlukumeza, but there's no proof.
There's no proof.
uSizwe
never recorded it. What if the time uSizwe bekefika late esithini Unathi
record zonke lezo zinto nekhaya nayo
nxa esithi Unathi, but Sizwe you don't come emsebenzini on time and on mhlawumbe amphendule wrong. Isn't that abuse?
Granted, however, Sizwe is the most punctual person. If you follow him on Twitter, he's always very early for his radio stations, 2 hours at a time, because Mela research and prep for his show.
No,
so
guys,
you going to what
now Unathi should amsukela when she says Sizwe normally comes late to the show.
Do we know? Do we have facts about that, Tina?
Because he tweets, I'm going at
2
work.
hours before.
I'm going to work.
Starting the show.
I'm going to work 2 hours before.
You guys
How
Tina.
He gets to work 2
we are
hours.
trying to get to the bottom of the 100% show with you guys. I really
Granted,
sure about what
but
you're saying.
Tina, do we have facts to Unathi was abused by Sizwe, or do we have a fact to go to Unathi abused Sizwe?
No.
What fact do we have?
Unathi for arriving late,
Yes, that's abuse on its own.
She's got other things she's doing, so now she's ended up being affected.
She's got a family.
It's not managed according to Yena. Says manager Sizwe.
She's got a family.
So Ikaya FM they took action.
Hence I'm saying
They didn't.
do we have facts that Unathi uSizwe bekafika late bekahlukumeza Unathi, or do we have a fact to go to Unathi abused uSizwe thinking ukuthi ama recording are not on? Mhlambe lento she's been doing it for a very long time. Sizwe wathi ngikhathele, I'm tired.
You've got a fact ukuthi Sizwe bekafika late.
Yes, because kuyabonwa net show.
Ikhaya naye yabona ukuthi uSizwe normally when he comes to the show he arrives an hour or 30 minutes
but
late.
Because now Unathi uyithathile to the public,
exactly.
can be actor upon it. Just because now Sizwe has got that recording yola suku doesn't make it right.
They never azange ba act kuyo. They only acted because Unathi said lo muntu lo uyangihlukumeza verbally what Sizwe what. No, listen to this. There's the proof who's abusing who. Kwavela, then Unathi got fired. Law or wrong got who or told the right judgment to go. That's why
I think
even staff Sagu idols and Abona Manja, I'm talking something that's alleged. But Unathi is difficult to work with.
Okay, we all say someone said this, someone said this.
We are not
But the
100%
nice
sure.
thing is, Unathi took Ikaya FM to court. So we'll be following the trial.
case.
We'll be following the case. Thank you very much. And we'll see ukuba kahle kahle aba alleged baphelelaphi.
Baphelelaphi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As Pecheni, when she loses, we deserve a public apology for Sizwe.
Yes.
We'll
I'm not on
we'll
that
give it for
point. I
you.
mean, the court will decide on that one.
Yes.
Let's just wait for the court.
Mara, there's
The
a
court
recording.
Because Nina said him find her
One day
guilty.
doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't
Over
mean
to you,
anything.
Ms. Pell.
Doesn't mean anything. Hello, my people. So as you can see, that's in studio. The topic is getting hotter and hotter. We've also got one of our technical guys who decided to come and join us on this conversation. I think the whole Unathi topic today, it's one of the trending ones, but we have to find out more about that on our socials as well, what our people are thinking. Let me remind you, if you just joined us, before we can go to an ad break, earlier on we discussed Ucheki Pamutse. She's been found guilty, by the way, as well as Utabo Besta's book that is about to hit the shelves in October. And also we talked about Ukolani Kumalo. He has been released on the bail amounting to 20K. The We Are Jola 99 presenter. We've also talked about Babe Dumo, about how life has been without Umampincha. Now the hottest topic in studio amongst all the ones that we've discussed earlier on, Sizwe Dhlomo saying Unathi got what she deserved. And then we'll be wrapping up the show with MT reacting to people who says he's a drunkard. So without the wasting of a time, let's go to an ad break. Don't shift, don't nyagaza, because we are about to be back in a more.